Oh, okay, that's
All right, trooper bounty mechanics have been reworked. The first half of the souls still fly out as a deniable orb. However, rather than the other half being instantly given to nearby players, it will fall to the ground as an orb that you need to get near to pick up. This has an 18-meter capture radius where it'll travel to you once you get within. Only one player needs to claim it. Share rules remain the same as before. Okay.
that seems
They'll,
really bad.
they last for 18 seconds on the ground. Duration increases by 2 seconds per minute up to 40 seconds after 10 minutes. Enemy orbs are visible as faint colorless soul orbs to your team, but cannot be claimed. Wait. Enemy orbs are visible as faint colorless souls, but they cannot be claimed. Okay. Amount of souls in the flying orb that can be secured denied reduced by 50 to 40. Very small tweaks to the secure deny lag calculation to improve it. Increased trooper range should be considered in range for souls to drop from 35 to 45. But why? Because, okay, here's my assumption. This is probably true for most brackets, but there is a lot of non-interaction going on in, let's say, like average to low-level games, right? Because imagine this. You have 4 people in a lane. They all suck at the game. I suck at the fucking game, right? But imagine people who are like way worse than even me. What happens in those lanes? Nothing. Why does nothing happen? Because people sit really far away and they shoot the soul, and then they just like stand there and do nothing, right? So what I think this is intended to do is to create closer proximity situations where certain heroes can maybe do stuff that they couldn't necessarily do before, and to maybe help influence how lanes actually play out, even at like a somewhat high level. That's my assumption of what the purpose of it is. Now, this is a type of shit that either could be like really good or really bad. I don't have a fucking clue because I have to actually play it to know how it's going to be. 18 meters is far, by the way. That is not as close as you're thinking in your head. Like if it was like 10, okay, that would be tiny. But like 18 is a pretty good distance away. So once you get the creep or whatever, or you get credit for the creep, you have to walk near it to get it. Um, but you're still also shooting the soul on top of that. So it's like it's making you actually do more baseline, and it's going to create more friction in the lane between the characters that exist, and hopefully, more dynamic and outplayed situations will occur. That's my assumption as to why they did this. Because there are a ton of lanes, like the last lane, there was no interaction at all. Because it was a goddamn page lane, so we couldn't ever shoot them. Now, there is the argument to be said here that that could actually make Page even better because it's going to force people to stand closer to make them trade, which inherently makes shields better. I don't know yet, but maybe Page got nerfed, maybe they did other shit, blah blah blah. I don't know. Let's move on. All right, Medic Troopers no longer have a passive healing pulse ability. Medic Troopers now drop a medic pack when you kill them. Has the same pickup range duration mechanics as the soul orbs on the ground. Heals everyone at a 30-meter radius for 10% of their missing health as well as 75. Plus, okay, so a couple of things about this. This is very, very good in situations where you are losing the lane. Now, why is it better if you're losing? Because before, the pulse... Actually, there's a bunch of stuff that this changes. I'll explain bit by bit. The first thing that it changes about the lanes is that if you're killing them to get it, the heal, okay, then it can only go off once, which does a ton of different things. The first thing that it does is in the lane itself, you're not going to have situations where the heal creep is just alive forever and like getting multiple heals off, right? It's just going to be one heal one time. It's going to be a bigger heal, but you're not going to get it more than once. So that means the guys that have the wave prio are going to have a harder time ultimately pushing down your buildings. And once that Guardian is dead and the map opens up a bit more, it also means that the lanes are going to push less. So why does it matter that the lanes push less? Well, a lot of people complain that they don't really like, clearing creep waves and stuff. There's too much macro. And the macro is kind of something that has to be done. It's not really optional. And there's too many situations where people go in and they're sitting in a lane that they don't want to be in, but they have to be there because if they don't kill the creeps, then their walker is just going to get obliterated by like a double wave, right? Like that literally happened to us in the last game. Our walker literally died, the game before last. It basically died to 2 waves, right? So this makes it so that those waves will not snowball nearly as hard on themselves if the heal creeps are alive. If they're not pulse healing at all and they only heal when they die, that means that the only time that you're getting the heal Okay, based on the wording in this, I'm assuming you get it from your own creep. If you don't get it from your own creep and you get it from theirs, then the dynamic is a little bit different. We have to play to find out. I don't actually know.
I think it's when you kill theirs.
Yeah, the way
It
that
says
they
when you
worded it
kill
makes
them.
me think that too, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
I think it's theirs. So you have to kill their creep to get the heal. Okay, so you just tested it's the enemy one? Okay, so that's, yeah. So when the enemy one dies, instead of continually healing that wave, it's going to heal it once. I'm not sure how much of a difference there's going to be in the creep wave. Like, do you have to kill 2 waves or 1 wave? Like, that might actually change with this, which is a huge deal because that means that killing 1 wave and being able to, like, push the wave out just by doing that creates more movement on the map, right? Because if you don't have to stay there for as long, like, you're literally saving 25 seconds per wave because you don't have to stand there for the second one to clash, right? Okay, not 25, but you get the idea. Anyway, all right, let's move on. Starting soul count increased from 4 to
They're making all
600.
the changes I wanted.
Yeah, Trooper bounty values increased by 10%. Trooper split bonus ratios updated from 1 6.5 to 1 5.4. Okay, so this actually coincides with what I was saying a little bit earlier. Although, wait a minute, hold on. Let's see the ratios here. So it goes from 1 to 5.4. So 2 people is actually worse. 3 is better. 4 is twice as good. 5 is almost twice as good, and 6 is twice as good. So it seems to me like they're trying to incentivize fighting more and having to worry about lane janitoring less, which I think the large majority of the community would actually be happy with that. Because this means that not only do the waves inherently push a lot less on their own, but you're getting more for having more people in a location than you were previous. Now, the dual lane stuff is actually way worse because it lost, what, 11? Yeah, point 0.11, sorry. 0.11 souls. So you're actually getting just slightly above what you would normally get if the guy was just occupying the lane by himself, which is also actually a benefit because oftentimes in side lanes, the M1s are occupying those spaces, right? They just want to be there. You know, you're a Haze, you're a Wraith, you're an Infernus, maybe not Haze as much, but you know what I mean. This means that it feels less like you have to 2-2-2, which is what happens in a lot of games, which is one of my major complaints, because whenever there's like 2-2-2, it's just so fucking boring because you can't make any solo moves. I mean, ganking is going to be better, yes. And you're going to have more time to fight because the waves should not literally smash into your walker by themselves as often. That's my current hypothesis based on the information that we have now. Okay, neutral bounty increased by 10. Neutral HP increased by 15. Small juice damage increased by 15. Small juice camp respawn time from 3 minutes to 2. Medium neutral spirit resist up. Medium neutrals damage increased by 25%. Okay, so they really don't want you to fucking hit neutrals right now. Or you literally have to buy monster rounds. Hard neutral spirit is increased. Hard neutral damage increased by 30%. Standard sacrifice return damage increased. Minimum unsecured gold drop increased from 100 to 150. Sprinting and out of combat regen timers against neutrals increased from 5 to 2.5 seconds. Okay, this is a worrisome change. I do not like this last one. Pretty much the only way to survive the laning phase against a lot of the characters in the game right now that are OP is because of this fucking stat. And the way that it works is that if you shoot a creep, you actually lose your out of combat regen for 0.5 seconds, and then it comes back on immediately after, right? So now, when you shoot a creep, it's 2.5 seconds, which means you're losing so much time that you would be gaining health otherwise.
I think it's just neutrals.
Oh, it's just against neutrals. Okay. Sorry, I misread that. Okay, never mind.
Go.
That's fine then. Yeah, this is totally okay. That's fine.
Dude, I read that too and I was like, dude, we're fucked, man.
Yeah, the first interpretation, I was like, wait, that sucks. And I was like, okay, never mind. It's fine. I'm stupid. All AP damage upgrades reduced by 10%. That's good. Base gun damage and gun damage growth increased by 10%, excluding Page. They came to the same conclusion I did. Headshot multiplier reduced from 1.8 to 1.65. Okay, so what this says to me is that if you have cracked aim, your damage is going to be just as good. Because the 10% pretty much makes up for the headshot multiplier. Like, not 100% of it, but you're going to be dealing like 98 or whatever percent of the same damage.
You're still frying.
Yeah, but the shitty players are going to benefit from this. Weapon investment bonuses now grant additional 20% weapon damage at 4,800 souls spent. Vitality Investment bonuses now grant additional 12% at 4,800. Spirit investment now grants 20 spirit power at 40. Okay, so they want the spikes to be more meaningful, I guess. I think the spirit one should just not be in. I think they should just delete that and keep the other two. Or maybe the base gun and gun growth should just be removed and they just keep the 20% at 4,800 and then remove the spirit one. I think that would be good. Added a UI highlighted 4,800 reward row and the investment bonuses. Okay, we'll check that out once we get in. Because 20 at 4,800 is actually quite a bit. You get that at like minute fucking 6. Like you literally have that at like minute 6. That's crazy. Initial wall jump now costs 0.25 stamina. I hate that change. Stamina regen rate reduced by 5%. Okay. After 35 minutes, all troopers gain 50% additional HP. Okay, well that doesn't matter because the games always end at minute 20, but okay. Guardians HP increased from 3,500 to 4,250. Walker HP increased by 40%. Walker on the side lane is now the same HP as mid lane, right at 37% less. Walker engagement range is reduced. Walker stomp cooldown reduced. Walker stomp damage increased. Okay. Walker fireball radius increased. Walker fireballs now debuff lingers for 4 seconds. Walker fireballs now reduce bullet and spear resistance by 10%. Walker area and mid lane adjusted. Okay. I said this before they even thought about changing any of this stuff. Making the building stronger is bad for the game. All these changes are just bad. What it's going to do for sure is increase the average game length by a lot. What it's not for sure to do is make the game actually any different. And the reason I say that is because, okay, say you're playing against like the giga OP champs, you know, they got like the quad S tier stuff. It's just going to take them like 10 or 15 minutes longer to end the game, but they're still always going to win. That's why I was arguing before about people saying they want stronger buildings, and I just reminded them that, hey, you know, if you play Dota and the patches where the buildings were really strong, those patches were widely regarded as the worst patches in the game by far. 6.83, anybody? Shrines inside of the high ground, anybody? Everyone fucking hated that shit. Also, it doesn't really suit the pace of Deadlock. So the reason why those patches were hated is because of these types of changes. So I'm kind of sad that they did this. Like, maybe I'm wrong and it ends up being better because the dynamic of the characters and how they develop throughout the time in the game will be better. Like, M1s will actually benefit from this type of change, but the spirit characters will inherently be nerfed. That maybe that's what they're thinking. Like, it's not a bad idea, but I really just hate stronger buildings. Okay, anyway. Moving on. Bullet damage is only reduced by 35% of a hero's bullet base damage against T1s. Ah, okay. Guardians now start with 75% damage resist that decays to minus 50% over the first 10 minutes of the match. Okay, so they're still going to vaporize, basically. Walkers now start with 75% damage decay over 20 minutes. Okay. So that's 125 over 20 minutes. So like 6 and some change percent per minute. The Walker resistance change used to be in the public line a couple months ago, but it got bugged. Oh. Base slot count increased from 8 to 9. That's a great change. Flex slot count reduced from 4 to 3. 1 is given for each Walker killed. Previously, the 4 were given for 3 Guardians. Yeah, okay. So let's see. You get a flex for free. 1 is given for each Walker. Okay.
I mean, suicide for Walkers is in, boys.
Yeah, especially like post 20 minutes. As far as iteration goes, this is probably the best iteration of flex slots so far, because every single one has made it consequently easier for the team that's losing to get slots. I know it's the same total slots, but this actually... Okay. What's the worst issue with MOBAs, guys, besides people being toxic assholes, is being behind feels awful, and like it's so hard to make comebacks, right? So this iteration is actually the best flat out in regards to the team that is behind being able to still play the game. Because before, you could get the 2 sidewalkers, but you couldn't ever get blue. Because blue was just like a Goliath, like fucking giga HP, everyone's standing by it, so it has a trillion resist. It was actually so bad that if you were seen sitting mid with like 2 or 3 characters post 15 minutes, you're just griefing the game. Because you can't ever fucking take that thing. You're just gonna die by it. And guess what? Everyone always died by it, and the enemy team would get mid, and you would lose anyway. So now, the first walker that you kill is a flex slot, which feels good. But the second walker had basically no value other than the soul count that you would get, and hopefully like your M1 or whatever solo killed it, and that would feel nice for them. But it wouldn't actually provide any real benefit to the rest of the team. Now, getting the second walker actually does matter. And then getting the final walker is obviously like the additional slot, which is good. I still think in total, we don't have enough slots. Just generally speaking, I would like 2 more total slots. Like nothing to do with flex or anything. Just like 2 extra inventory slots, period. All right. That's a good change.
1 for enduring speed.
Yeah, that's a good change. Rejuve buff no longer grants HP, fire rate, or spirit damage amped. Mid-boss health increased. Mid-boss health growth per minute increased. Team that kills mid-boss gets +2 permanent buffs for each player. Okay, so it's not as giga of a spike, but it's still pretty strong. Dropping and throwing the urn now causes parry to go on cooldown. Okay, so they just want someone to have to protect you to be able to turn it in. That makes sense. I've seen so many people do the urn drop parry shit, though, that I'm kind of just, like, used to seeing it by now, and I've kind of figured that the game would evolve in such a way where people would just, like, swerve the punch on the urn carrier, right? Because you're just going 1 level higher, right? The guy goes, oh, you're going to punch me? Drop parry. You're parried, I kill you. But then the 1 level higher is, oh, I know he's going to parry. I bait the parry. You know, and then it becomes a mind game. I thought that dynamic was actually kind of fun. What is meant by permanent buff? They just mean the stuff that comes out of the golden statues, like the extra spirit, the fire rate, the ammo, the weapon damage, stuff like that. You get two of those, like 2 golden statue buffs. All right. Soul Urn no longer grants 1 AP. Soul Urn now provides 4 permanent buffs. Added 2 levels at 47 and 49k to let you get all ability upgrades. Okay. Jump pad stun window increased from 0.6 to 0.9. No, I wasn't in the game. 0.9 is actually a very, very long stun. When meleeing an enemy that is
catch somebody.
When meleeing an enemy that is mantling and the mantle slow is applied, mantle sliding right after is no longer allowed. Ooh. Mantle sliders and shambles. I mean, mantle sliding is so fucking easy. You should just be doing it all the time. Subsequent CC reduction increased from 7 to 21 to 8 to 24. That does effectively nothing. Okay. There might be some like breakpoints for stuff that you could theoretically do now because of that number change, but that's the only reason it exists, and you're gonna have to figure those things out on your own. Survival buff HP regen increased from 0.5 to 1.5 to 4. Oh, fixed regen. Okay. Change, not increase. Sorry. Gun buff ammo increased from 20 to 60 to 35 to 70. That's good because the gun buff was kind of shit. Gun buff now reloads your ammo on pickup. That's kind of cool. Yeah. Casting buff spare power increased to 60 at high end. Casting cooldown. Okay. Movement buff stamina from 1 to 4 to 2 to 4. Okay, movement. Hey man, getting movement now doesn't feel so bad.
Movement's back.
Added new trooper, anti-stuck behavior to fix some places where you can move a trooper to get them stuck. Fixed a bug where troopers could clip into the world while running upstairs and over obstacles. Okay. That's why you always saw, like on Blue Lane, I think it was towards the Sapphire Flame side, I want to say. There would always be creeps stuck on like that building on the left-hand side as you're pushing the Blue Walker. I saw that shit all the time.
Yeah. It could happen on both sides. If well, no, they got hit by a knockup or whatever.
All right, so CDR is getting fucking smushed. All these things, this is literally just CDR nerf.
Damn it.
Headshot booster nerf, high velocity rounds, buffed again? Good lord. Split shot cooldown increased from 14 seconds to 32. Holy fuck, they more than doubled it.
It's been removed.
It's dead. Hey, look, they instantly nerf fucking... Oh, no, wait. Never mind. Mystic shot, proc damage. Okay, they nerfed it in lane, but they buffed it outside of lane. Opening round, sphere power increased, blood tribute debuff resistance reduced. Cult sack now provides...
back to where it was?
Cult sack now provides weapon damage instead of fire rate. Interesting.
Is that work?
It's bad for characters like Hayes, who wasn't buying it anyway. Actually, okay, let me say this. It's easier to get weapon damage than fire rate, so it is a blanket nerf. Like, it is technically worse to give weapon damage than fire rate because you're putting it into the same bucket, right? It's just like in PoE. Once you have 300% of an increased type of damage, then getting a more multiplier is just better. It's the same thing in this situation. Like you can already get so much weapon damage. We're getting to like 150-ish is like the sweet spot, and then you just want fire rate and shred. So for the characters that are already doing like heavy gun investment, this is a nerf. For the characters that are not doing heavy gun investment and don't really care about fire rate, it's a little bit better.
Your pocket's buff, dude. You hate to see it then, because he's gonna hit like a fucking truck.
I don't really know how much he wanted the fire rate from that. It'll be interesting to see. They probably still buy it.
That's what I'm saying. Now he's gonna hit like a truck though with the barrage.
Yeah.
Percent increase too.
Express shot weapon damage now scales with boons. Okay. Secondary fire weapon damage now scales with boons 1. Okay, so they nerfed it in the early game. I suggested an exhaustion type item for like literally 9 months ago. I suggested that. It was my first post. Okay, weighted shots damage increased. Warpstone bullet resist reduced. Escalating resilience bonus health reduced. Tesla shock reduced. Oh, they gave it like 33% more growth. Okay. Capacitor no longer dispels buffs. Move to curse. Ooh. Capacitor is dead as fuck. It's dead. It's literally just dead. You cannot buy this item anymore.
People are fucking buying that item.
Oh, the slow debuff. Wait. Slow debuff now prevents stamina usage and silences movement abilities. Wait, it's not dead. I take it back. It's back.
It's more alive than ever.
It died, and then it was 3 days later. It came back to life.
Yeah, but better, you know.
All right, Shadow Weave. Reveal distance reduced. Full invisibility distance reduced from 50 to 30. Damn, you could be in someone's cock now with that thing on and they can't see you. Okay, maybe not that close, but kind of close. All right, Glass Cannon got nerfed. Really? Why did this... Dude, one person in the entire fucking game bought this item. Why is it being nerfed? One character. It's literally just Holiday.
So they stopped buying it. You know what I'm saying?
It's literally just Holiday. No one else buys this item. Nobody. Why?
Hayes is on my team, dude. All right.
Cringe.
That one Hayes that went ricochet.
Yeah. Oh, they fucking giga nerfed reactive barrier. Dude, they're coming to the wrong conclusion. I was afraid this was gonna happen. This is the wrong conclusion. They're nerfing all the items that everyone was buying because you literally had to buy them to live. It's not the fact that... Okay, think about this for a second. Let's really think about this, because the conclusion that they're drawing is that barriers are OP. But the reason why barriers are OP is because the early game CC plus Spirit characters deal so much goddamn damage. You have to buy them. You are given no choice. You buy them or you die. Like, that is the problem. Is that you literally need them. These are not like optional purchases. Yeah, now you're just fucking dead. Like, what they should have done, if they were going to do this, is do the Spirit nerf that I suggested and the CC nerf that I suggested instead, and left the fucking barriers alone. Or actually, no, if they did that, they would have to nerf the barriers. Like, these changes would be fine if they did the other nerfs that I suggested. But what's going to end up happening is you're going to be forced to buy these items anyway. They're just going to feel worse, and you're going to explode still. Probably more so than you did before based on the stuff that I've read so far. All right, let's keep going. Minor Mage Leap nerf removes all non-stun debuffs on proc. Oh, cheat death buffs, pog. It's time to chote. All right, Bullet Resist Shredder nerfed. Mystic Vulnerability buffed. Spirit Snap cooldown. Oh, they buffed that a lot. Interesting. Silence Wave no longer upgrades from Spirit Snap. Silence Wave no longer reduces Spirit resistance or Spirit power. Silence Wave now deals 100 impact damage. Okay. Spirit Snatch, instead of increasing CD to ×2 on light melee hit, it affects... the effects of Spirit Snatch are reduced to 70% effectiveness. Wait, that's just a buff. Because now you can still do either, and throwing the light doesn't put your cooldown giga.
Yeah, but it only does it at 30%, right? So you're only getting 30% of the item.
No, reduced to 70% effectiveness.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's buff.
That's a buff. Now builds from Spirit Sap. Focus Lens. Now reduces Spirit Resistance by 12 and reduces Spirit Power by 30 for 12 seconds. Okay, this makes no fucking sense, guys. Let's think about this one, too. You're putting the thing that reduces Spirit Power on an item that prevents them from fucking casting anything.
It's the same with Silence Wave.
Hello? I know it's the same as Silence Wave, but the reason why Silence Wave is OP is because it stole it. Right? Didn't it steal it? Or no, that's Spirit Snatch, sorry. I don't know. This is just fucked. Like, it's obviously fine if other people are hitting the target. But, like... Whatever, dude. I just don't get it. Curse now dispels buffs. Cooldown increased. Weapon damage reduced. Yeah, I mean, it's a 12-second duration, which is... Wait, hold on. What does it say about the silence? Because... Did it explicitly say anywhere that it doesn't silence anymore? Because they didn't say that. So the silence probably lasts the same duration, but the debuff that persists afterwards is like twice as long or some shit. That has to be what it is. There's no way they would let you 12-second silence someone. That would be fucking ridiculous. Because what was it before? 5 seconds? Yeah, 5-second focus lens silence, and then into 12 seconds of being debuffed. I don't know. It's a good item now, but... Shred is always OP, and no one was buying the item. Echo Shard now grants 5% ability range. Max health damage per second increased from 3.25 to 3.5. Scourge cooldown decreased. Oh, it's 4.25, not 5? Okay, yeah. Yeah, it's a really good item for sure. Air and shoulder charge.
The issue is most of the time you buy that item, you're just killing them. Like, in the silence.
Didn't they just undo all these Abram changes before? I swear they did this before, and then they just literally swapped it back.
Yeah, he was an S tier.
No, he was S tier. He was literally still like the best tank, kind of. Abram was buff, makes so much sense. The devs don't play the game. Let's go. No, I'm just fucking around. I mean, I don't know why they changed it. All right. Bebop health growth reduced. Exploding uppercut cooldown increased, but it does a bit more damage. Sticky Bomb T3 changed from on attach minus 30% outgoing damage for 5 seconds to on cast 5 MS for 3 seconds. Multiple instances of stacks stack independently. That means you can get fucking 10 movement speed from just double bombing someone? What the fuck? Yo, this guy's about to be zooming.
You can never escape him, dude.
You bomb, and then you just go, oh, and you just fucking run away as fast as you can.
Now you can't feed, dude.
Yeah, you double bomb yourself, you get 10 MS, and you just run in and go kaboom. Alright, Hyper Beam DPS reduced. Wow. They put it on that T2. Okay. I mean, honestly...
That doesn't change the character at all, except for the health a little bit.
I don't really know how this is going to impact the character. This is one of those things I'm just going to have to see.
He's still going to be strong as hell.
Yeah, yes, but that's what I was saying before I started reading the notes. Like, this is something that does not actually take that much time. Like, these types of patches, even though it seems like a lot, it's like a week's work, like, dead ass. Maybe less.
Yeah, just changing numbers.
Yeah. All right, Billy, Rising Wrath, 25 to 35% weapon damage. Yeah, I'm playing some Billy.
Still on play? Nah.
Calico clip size from 10 to 12. Reload time increased. Gloom Bomb's cooldown increased. Return to Shadows damage amp reduced. Slight Calico
We'll eventually get Gloom Bombs up to 30-second cooldown.
The way mechanics change is a huge part of the patch. Absolutely it is, yeah. We're going to see. Dortmund base health regen from 2 to 1. Bullet damage, fall off, and effectiveness now use the actual distance traveled rather than the distance between the starting position and the end position. This fixes shooting through portals not using the right distance for fall off. Wait, but that's a buff. Because if it was using the distance from the door... Wait, hold on. Rather than the distance between the starting position and the end position, this fixes shooting through portals. Right, so that means that if you're shooting from really far away... that you were getting enormous fall off because you were using a door to travel a long distance, right? Now...
Yeah, it's a buff.
it's just a fucking buff. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck is this?
Now he's gonna put that shit behind your guardian and shoot you in the back.
Fucking Christ, man. All right.
They're gonna have to reduce door cool like duration for this. We had that one sicko doorman that was doing that shit, like from angles. He's like Rainbow Six Siege angling us.
Yeah, guys, I'll
like the
explain why.
trend.
I'll explain why it's a buff. Before, when you were shooting through a door, your first door that you placed could be like by your own guardian, for example, and the other one could be behind their guardian. Now, when you shoot through that second door, because your distance traveled is so far, you're getting damage fall off, right? Because the first door is by your tier 1, and the other door is by their tier 1. So the distance that bullet is traveling is giga far. Or sorry, it's not traveling far, but it is traveling far as the game thinks, right? So that means that it's getting fall off. So because you're technically hitting it from so far away, you're getting fall off through the door. Now the fall off won't be there, and you'll just be hitting them for full damage, even if your door is like a million miles away. That's why it's a buff. Yeah, it's geographically far, which is bad because bullet damage fall off exists in the game, and it's different for every gun. And Doorman's is pretty short, I think. It's called warping space and time. Yeah. All right, rend cooldown, reduce, space regen. Oh, wow, that's actually huge. 1 extra regen, usually... He had 2.5 before, man, it did not feel like it. I read it as fall off reset when it went through the door, now it doesn't. Bullet damage fall off and effectiveness now use the actual distance traveled, rather than the distance between the starting and end position. Which means if you poke out and you're looking through your door while you shoot, then it's the same. If you're shooting through the door, then it's a buff. Right? I think. It should be. Like the way that it's worded, I think that's what it means.
My boy Dynamo's back. Let's go, dude. I can actually stop.
Okay, Dynamo, connect pulse range. What the fuck? Why are they buffing Dynamo, bro? Fucking toxic.
Dude, it does 92 damage level 1, bro.
The devs don't play the fucking game, Hamtaro. They don't play the game. They do not play the game.
Hold on. Look at these
holiday nerfs. Yo, holiday giga nerfs.
They play it.
I just want the. They play the game. They play the game. We're back. We're so back. they play the fucking game. Fix a bug where you can get extra speed distance with dash jump bounce pad timing. I didn't even know about that. Afterburn buildup is now 10% slower on body shots. Thanks. Way to make it even harder to play.
I'm never burning anybody.
It already took 13 body shots to burn someone, by the way, at level 1. If you don't headshot, it's 13 bullets.
This is why I play dash build. You know?
I mean, I agree that Infernus needed a nerf, but I think they should have just still went with my afterburn suggestion. That shit would have been fucking good, and I didn't have to change anything else. Kudzu damage reduced. Spirit scaling increased. Stoneform cooldown reduced. Wow, that's actually big. 5 seconds. So that means that it's like 14 now, right? 14 seconds with the tier 2. Yeah.
That's super viable. Holy shit.
And then you get cooldown reduction. Hold on. 10-ish.
I think it's 14 now with those changes because they didn't say they nerfed the T2. Just tested the doorman change. Doorman behind Abrams in the lobby and me being on the other side of the door is 92 damage a headshot. Shooting not through the door is 46.
So yeah, it's a buff.
Yeah, it's a buff. God damn it. God fucking damn it. Alright, anyway. Gun Doorman was already a thing before Jerby, and it was so OP that it had to be gutted. Like, they literally, like, deleted his fucking gun damage. But it's still good.
Yeah, dude, that shit was... You were, like, half-shotting people. You were killing them in the cart stun.
Holy shit, they murdered Kelvin.
Shot in the face. Shot in the face, dude.
Why they gotta fuck my bullet velocity, bro?
Yeah, they literally fucking crippled your bullets. Literally are like snowflakes now shooting out of your gun. Like they just
Airsoft
don't
pellets,
move.
dude.
You're like page
Wait, is
bullet
that slower
velocity.
than Page? I think it's slower than Page.
You'd have to look. I don't actually know. You might have to buy fucking high velocity every game now. It's funny. All right,
God
grapple,
damn it,
7
dude.
seconds off cooldown. Flog versus heroes increase. Flog damage increase. Flog cooldown increase. No, reduce. Sorry. Flog Q2. Okay, so let's move that around.
Oh my god, these are so fucking slow. What the?
No.
Lady Geist Select Stage T3 radius increase from 15 to 25. Yo, that's fucking gigantic, bro. 25 is huge. The T3 is the
Suck up from
silence.
across
Peek in the
the map,
lane.
dude.
Chat, the
Yeah,
T3
it
is the
used to
silence,
be.
yeah? Okay. Sanguine Retreat cooldown increase to 32. Sanguine Retreat no longer resets air, jump, and dash zone. Oh my fucking god. They play the game, guys. They've played one game in the last 9 months, and it was a Mina game, and they said this is fucking stupid, and they nerfed it. Thank god, dude. That's actually nerfs her so fucking hard.
Let's go.
Fucking deserved, man. Get out of my fucking game. Alright, turrets health per minute increase from 10 to 13. That's actually a lot. The turrets are gonna be thick as fuck, yeah.
Yeah, they're about to be crazy.
Scarab max health. Wow, they buffed Mirage? I can now target objectives and it's lower cooldown? Yo, Mirage eating good right now, guys. That character is gonna be fucking strong.
Hell yeah.
Yo, Mo and Krill got fucking crippled, dude. They took
Yeah,
the Wheaties away.
Oh my god.
Yeah, now Drifter has like more regen than fucking Mo and Krill. That's pretty funny.
Ain't fair given how much Scorn fucking gives you.
Is it fair though?
Oh my
I think
god, Paige.
Look, I know that when you play with SDD, it's like a little bit higher MMR than you're used to, but also keep in mind that there are people that are way better than me and Hamtaro combined. So like those people that don't miss, Krill's just gonna be dead. He's just dead.
You're not playing that shit at high rank.
He's just fucking dead. Paige got nerfed pretty hard too. 25% nerf on level 1 barrier.
So now you need the 1 point.
So
to
now,
be
yeah,
where
the
she was.
T1 is just fire rate now. It's not the extra barrier.
Oh.
So her laning is like significantly nerfed.
Well,
Like that.
Paradox
That's
nerfs.
No, not Paradox, no.
It's okay.
I've seen enough. Nerf
It's fine.
Paradox.
Thanks to that, we could air dash further than expected with kinetic carbine. I thought that was intended. Maybe that wasn't intended.
I thought it was too, actually.
Paqueto nerfs, doesn't. I mean, it matters a little bit, but like obviously halving your base regen is pretty bad. But
He's gonna get hit by Spirit again and explode.
yeah, ball lightning radius increased from 4.25. That is a thick ass ball, bro. Crit reduction increase from 25 to 35.
That's the headshot reduction, right?
Is that the headshot?
Yeah. And the headshots already deal less because they did like a blanket headshot from 1.85 to like 1.65.
He's gonna take less damage from getting headshot.
He's gonna start getting healed, bro. You shoot him in the head, you get hit by lightning, and you also just like heal him. It's gonna be high.
Dude, they keep changing that, by the way. That crit reduction on the head. It was 35, now it's 25.
Okay, I need math geniuses in the chat to tell me how much less damage he takes getting hit in the head now versus before. Because before it was 1.8 multiplier with a 25% reduction. Now it's a 1.65 with a 35% reduction. Get on it. Someone who's smarter than me at math. Literally anyone. Because that character, that character might actually do it. Just start with a 100 damage shot and do the math. The whole point is me outsourcing the math because I want to keep reading the notes. I don't want to do it.
Also,
didn't they do this before, by the way? Alt fire knockback reduced by 10% on Shiz all click. They just did this in the last patch too. Now it's 20%
well, maybe
less.
they should have taken the knockback out.
Alt fire ammo cost increased from 2 to 3. Killing blow rage damage bonus reduced. T2 rage bonus reduced. So we lost 4%. Killing blow rage state now causes your alt fire knockback to push you a little farther. Okay,
right.
So
when
you're full rage, 20.6% less. That is an enormous amount less damage taken. That's only for headshots, obviously. Thank you, Cartesian. Fix some bugs with barriers and spirit damage scaling. Ah, they finally fixed a reactive bug where Shiv would just somehow get like a fucking 800 reactive barrier for no reason. Love that. Sinclair. Spectral Assistant, total swaps allowed increase from 1 to 2? No. Let's not do this. Let's not do that. Let's delete this line quickly, please. Thank you.
I
don't
don't
like
think...
that, bro.
No.
He has Mina health now.
What do you mean Mina health? 650 is higher than average. Hayes has 500. Let's
That's
see.
crazy.
Splatter cooldown increased. Splatter T1 change from -6 cooldown to 40 damage, 1 radius. Okay, so he gets the -12 at the T2. Let's get Splatter. Wait, my freaking Spotify stopped. Hold on. Cube duration.
It's the same. I'm still cubing.
Oh, cube reduced by 25% duration. That's actually a big nerf too. It means you have less time to like reposition your cube. Like if you're cubing one of your allies or whatever, you can't move it as far. And they have less time that they're actually safe.
I just build fucking rescue beam anyways.
Okay, I made Flask a bit smaller. Gun damage got...
You don't get tier 2 cube for most builds early enough.
Any big takeaways from the patch? Yeah, I have to play the laning phase, but they completely changed how soul securing actually functions in the lane as far as like... You have to be within 18 meters of the creeps now to get the souls. They basically drop on the ground. So like you shoot the soul that comes out, and then when the creep dies, there's another thing on the ground. And then you have to walk by it to pick it up. Heal creeps are completely different now. That also changes the dynamic of the map completely, and like how the actual lanes like push on their own. Which means that there's going to be like less accumulation of creep waves and side lanes and stuff in blue because they're not going to get pulse healed anymore. Is Gunwarden back? Gunwarden was already being played before, so yeah, it got buffed.
So it's back.
I don't know what ability page maxes first. I'm not a page player. Alright, this is the last one.
Depends. I think a lot of people... I max shield when I play her.
Base regen reduced. Power slash low charge damage from 40% to 30%. Medium charge damage from 60 to 50. Crimson slash cooldown increased by 3.5 seconds. Okay. It's the same at 2-3. That's fine.
That's a nerf, right? For the low charge and the medium?
Let's try to summarize. First off, we talked about the soul changes. The soul splitting changes also kind of matter a bit. My assumption is that they want you to do more battle and do less lane janitoring, which I think is fair. Walkers and buildings in general might be a little bit stronger at certain stages in the game, but let's say like post 20 minutes, everything is going to fucking instantly die. The flex slot changes I think are good. I think that the general premise of the patch is probably good for the health of the game overall, but I'm not sure everything that they did is going to necessarily work out in that direction. And what I think they're trying to do is make it so like first off, you get more money now too from like neutrals and stuff, and lane creeps I think also give you a little bit more. So like farming is gonna be more lucrative, right? But it's still very dangerous to like farm only neutrals and die. That can be really bad, so you're actually gonna have to still pay attention. But it could make M1s feel better to a certain degree. I hope that's the case. Also, the 4.8k investment power spikes might change how the game plays as well, because it's actually pretty substantial. One of them is 20% weapon damage for 4800 weapon, and then like 12% extra HP for 4800 health, and then what is it, 20 spirit for 4800 spirit. That's actually quite a lot, and it's pretty early on too. So as soon as you get that spike, you're kind of fucking. So if you're ahead in the lane and you hit the 4.8k before they hit the 4.8k and you buy your items and you go fight, you're going to be like substantially stronger than your opponent. I would expect to see very good players take advantage of this quite often, maybe even like every game. What if you aim to get all 3 spikes? Then you're trolling. At least if you're trying to get them at the same time, that would be giga trolling. I think the patch is good though, and thank fucking God, because I was getting really bored.
I returned my mouse got here. Let's fucking go.
What'd you get?
I just got the Logitech. What was it? The Super Light? just decided
The
that I got a
502
good
super
deal on
light?
it. The Pro X.
Oh, I know zone. Seems like purple is still king. It will probably still be king for virtually every bracket that's not pro playa.
I really
Man,
need to upgrade my
how they
mouse.
fuck my Kelvin like this, dude? I can't believe that, man. Look at his bullet speed, bro.
I don't want to look at it. It's gonna make me sad.
Has arrived.
I can actually see the bullets.
I want to see this outline they're talking about. Oh, what the hell? This might be a bit too on the nose, not gonna lie. So what they did in Dota is they actually made the map in such a way where you would see like a random rock or like a tree or a bush or something, and that thing would be the indicator of the range. I think that's maybe a bit better way to do it than what they're doing now. I wonder if the...
It's likely a, Oh, yeah, they reduced the range, so you can't actually shoot it from that veil anymore.
Yeah. I want to see... Okay, so I still get a shot here. So before, I'm pretty sure the walker would basically shoot you if you were, like, anywhere here. Right? Like, anywhere between, like, this door and this door, you would get shot. But now you can actually stand... Maybe it's the truck? I think it's being past the truck. Oh, no, I just hit it. Wait, hold on. Okay, it doesn't hit me here. Yeah, it's about the truck. Yeah, the walker is also further back. It creates a longer choke point, so it's like, it's more of a commitment to push that walker, which blue is already hard to take anyway, so now it's going to be even harder. Let's see the one on this side. The closer line is probably Stomp Trigger, I would guess. I think it's Stomp Trigger. Let's double check. I don't know why I didn't click no death. Whatever. Let's go do it now. Dude, that thing attacked instantly. Crazy. Alright, so right here should not be Stomp range. This one is Stomp range for sure. Wait, no, I did it before. Hold on. It's like 6-second cooldown. Let's wait for a minute. Yeah, this circle is actually wrong. It's like a meter off. And it's also instant, dude. When you get in, it immediately stops. But yeah, the marker is off.
Love that.
You can literally see the visual. it's literally bigger. I don't know, is there like another reason why this thing would exist? Did they increase stomp range? No. They just lowered the cooldown and made it deal more damage. Okay. Yeah, it went from 10 seconds to 6, and it now does the flat damage plus 15%. There's another update. Plus 15% of your total HP instead of 10.
I'm ready to get fucked up in lane, dude. If they could make every lane just where you beat the shit out of each other, that'd be great.
I mean, I think that's kind of what they want, which is why they did this, like, pickup change. Yeah, 10 to 6 is an enormous buff. It means, like, these extended dies with the mobile characters, like Pocket and Mina, are not going to happen as often. Although, I guess if you can float above the walker, it's still kind of irrelevant, because if you're above the walker, it can't do anything to you but use the regular shot. That part still is a little bit wonky, but maybe they're okay with that for now. I'm not sure. Oh my god, there's so many nerds on right now.
Yeah, new patch we're in, dude. Where's Conrad, dude? I haven't played with that guy in like
He's in
3
chat.
weeks.
He's got shit to do, man. I don't know.